Do you have any like famous person encounters or like just wild things that happened to you during your rise that stands out to you now as just being kind of ridiculous, like hard to believe that it's even real?
Like in a like any type of way, really?
Yeah, good or bad.
Good or bad. Things that have happened. I mean, I remember hooking up with Riley Reid was a milestone because as a teenager, it was like, man, bro, you just jerking off to her, thinking,
Right.
I'm just jerking off to her, whatever, But then like actually getting to meet her, it was cool. That was probably a first. Like I know I'd done a lot of cooler stuff probably, but that was like my first like, wow, like what is life? Like life is so weird. Like what? Like and then
Did I introduce you guys? I don't remember, but I think I did.
You might have. Yeah, you might have.
Because I remember her.
I don't know how did we meet?
Because she actually has a clip on Impulsive where she describes hooking up with you as if it was not great. Basically saying your dick game was trash. How does that hit?
I probably was. I was off Xans at the time.
I remember her kind of telling me that at the time as well.
It was like I had a problem like getting it up when you're off Xans, bro. And I speak to a lot of people back then. I'm fine now, but yeah, we had some problems definitely. I still appreciate it, and I think she's a nice person. So
yeah, no, she's cool.
She's cool.
Because me and my girl will go and like our kids will.
Did she get married?
Yes.
How does that work?
She stopped doing porn.
Okay, I know, but does she only do like girl porn then?
She does stuff with her husband as well.
Okay, yeah, I was just curious. Yeah, I saw her get married.
But we hang out on some super normal, regular ass shit with our kids, which is kind of wild just to think about. Like, because even watching that clip on Impulsive of her talking about her time spent with you, I was just like, whoa, it's kind of wild for me to see her still kind of playing like the porn star role. Whereas like I had her on the podcast maybe a year ago and she was kind of just acting like a real person.
See, because I haven't
the version of her I know at this point.
See, I don't know. I probably don't know that version, to be honest. I mean, yeah, we had a little, we'd interact and stuff, but it felt like maybe that persona was on. I don't know. I it is what it is. It was probably not the best back then.
She was looking for love with Pump at the time too.
It was weird because I felt like it was Pump, then someone else, then me. I felt like there was like a list. There's always like a list, like same with like Tana Mojo. I think she had someone with like Pump too, right? Or, I don't even know, bro. It's all
I think.
Yeah, like maybe. Right? Like isn't it just blend in at a certain
remember
point?
Her being insanely thirsty for Pump and like desperately trying
backstage
to get me to hook her up with backstage at the Novo.
You filmed that too, right? Yeah.
Because I did a vlog called The Day in the Life of Lil Pump, and she was like so thirsty to get backstage and even take a photo with him.
That's what I saw. Yeah, and it seemed like that was very briefly lived. And then I think I was next in line, and that was more of like that lasted longer, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
But it's always like a line, bro. It's fucking weird, man.
Right. But the weird thing with Tana is that I saw a clip of her on some podcast where she wasn't trying to shit on you, but H3H3 was kind of trying to like nudge her in the direction of like, saying something bad about you. And it was kind of funny because it's like, I remember you being very excited, Tana, to spend time with Lil Xan.
Exactly.
Like, she was geeked about hooking up with you at the time.
Thank you. And where our relationship stands now is like, there obviously she said a lot of fucked up shit, even in the past, whatever. It's part of her brand. It gets clicks, it gets views when you can title something. For some reason, and she understands this, that people are still interested in anything Tana / Lil Xan related, and she's a very smart businesswoman. I'll commend her on that. So she knows how to use her brand, to her benefit. Yeah, we're on good terms. I understand why she says certain things,
Right, definitely. Okay, but this is the other crazy thing that she said is, well, she said you ate her ass.
Yeah, I probably did. Yeah.
Any other famous asses you might have ate at the time? Or do you have any recollection of Tana's ass that you want to...
It was nice.
I think you remember the flavor?
It was good. Like, she's a clean girl. She's a very...
Strawberry
Skittles.
I don't know. Whatever.
Nah, yeah, I probably eaten a lot of girls' asses out too in the past.
Okay.
I don't do that so much anymore.
That's a Xanax thing, though.
Yeah, I think, is it? It might be, right?
You fucked up on bars, you'll definitely eat an ass.
Isn't that? I feel like there was like a very demon part of me that doesn't exist anymore now. It's probably the drugs, huh?
Yeah, well, she even said that in the thing about you. She's like, when you're fucked up on Xans, you'll suck toes, you'll do whatever. Like everything kind of seems like a good idea.
Everything goes.
You're very open to suggestion, whereas when you're sober, you have like in your mind, like, oh, these are the things I'm not into.
Yeah,
and then that just goes away.
And it's funny because that's how I am more now. I'm more like I'm not as adventurous, I guess, maybe as on the drugs. I'm very more tamed and.
But the best thing she said about you was she said that you had a maid who was your cousin, but that it was actually just like another girl you were fucking, and you were having her come over and clean your house right in front of this other girl that you were fucking in Tana.
I used to have some wild things happen, man. That played out multiple times, man, with different girls. I was a wild person.
All right, so you see it. We just hit 500K. You know what that means? That means you gotta subscribe and get us to 600K because we are dangerously close to 666K. Let's go.